Hi there, I'm Greg Goodman joining you for Southern Gospel Now, episode 137. Southern Gospel Now is made possible by Daywind.com, where you'll find Southern Gospel music and soundtracks. I'm saddened to announce the passing of Southern Gospel legend Peg Mckamey Bean. The veteran Hall of Fame artist completed her earthly journey, passing away December 26, 2023, from complications related to a stroke suffered on December 11th. Peg Mckamey was one of 12 children born to the late Reverend Ed and Velma Mckamey. In 1954, as a teenager, she and her sisters Carol and Dora formed a family trio, the Mckameys. 3 years later, they asked a young man who would eventually become her husband, Reuben Bean, to play the guitar for them. On June 29, 1959, Peg and Reuben were united in marriage. None of the group imagined the ministry of the Mckameys would continue to grow, achieve national recognition, and sustain for some 60-plus years. In 1980, after nearly 3 decades of part-time touring, Peg and her family would take the steps to make theirs a full-time ministry. In 1984, the Mckameys scored their first national #1 song, Who Put the Tears in the Eyes of the Lamb? It would be a song featuring Peg called God on the Mountain that would become their signature song, a career-making hit that would forever solidify the group as undeniably successful and fan favorites everywhere. Much of the group's success could be attributed to Peg and her ability to pick great songs, read a crowd, and the enthusiastic way she worshiped as they performed. The group thrilled audiences and shared the gospel message with sincerity and passion on numerous stages until November 2019, when the group officially retired from full-time touring. During her career, Peg won the Singing News Fan Award for Favorite Female Singer 7 times, 1989 through 1994 and 2002. And she was the recipient of the Norcross Templeton Award in 2011. She was inducted into the Southern Gospel Music Association Hall of Fame in 2016. Our sincere condolences to the Bean family on the loss of Peg Mckamey Bean. Also at the end of 2023, we lost Michael Helwig. He had been with the Williamsons and the Blackwood Brothers Quartet during his career. A native of Kitchener, Ontario, Michael was bound to be a gospel singer. His father sang in a local group called the Shepherd's Quartet, and Michael never forgot the songs his mother sang to him as a child. He fell in love with the classic sounds of the Cathedrals, Statesman, and Stamps, and by age 19 was performing with a quartet of college-age vocalists called Unashamed Quartet. In 1997, he was named favorite tenor for the Canadian division of the Gospel Music Association. From there, he joined the popular Canadian quartet, the Torchmen. For years, Michael bravely battled ALS. He touched many a few years ago with his appearance at the Memphis Quartet Festival, walking across the stage after having been confined to a wheelchair for some time. The following is a statement from the Blackwood Brothers. It is with great sadness that we share with you the passing of our former lead singer, Michael Helwig. Michael passed away on Christmas Eve. Mike endeared himself to so many people with his magnetic personality and tremendous vocal ability. His bout with ALS further strengthened the love people had for Mike. Our love and prayers go out to his family and friends. December 28th marked 30 years as part of Greater Vision for Rodney Griffin. Rodney talks about this special achievement and anniversary.
When I think about 30 years with one group, what I think about is, are you kidding me, in gospel music? 30-year opportunity to stay with a group. Most groups don't stay in business that long. So I'm so grateful for Gerald Wolfe and the opportunity to have a place to sing. Very grateful for the Lord's doors he's opened for us. And for Chris, for John, everyone involved along the way has made this so fun, and it makes me look forward to the future.
Our congratulations to Rodney Griffin on this amazing milestone. Congratulations are also in order for the Jordan Family Band. Heather Rose and Hutch Jordan welcomed their first child into the world on December 26th. Grandma Randa Jordan says the family is in love with this little girl.
Everybody welcome Miss Halen Ray Jordan to the family, to the world. We are so excited to have a beautiful, healthy granddaughter. She is the most precious gift from heaven. She's healthy and strong and alert and the most beautiful baby we've ever seen. There's so much love, we can hardly contain it, and we're just so overjoyed and so blessed.
Hey, Ellen Ray, what a pretty name. We are excited for the Jordan Family Band. The current hit from Jeff and Sheri Easter is Here Comes Jesus, which features Mo Pitney. Jeff and Sheri say the lyrics of the song are real.
When I heard Here Comes Jesus, I'm a big Don Williams fan. I heard all over that feel of that sound. And then lyrically, it's got a line in there that says, I'll mash my thumb, and you know what that does? And about the time I open my mouth to cuss, here comes Jesus, yelling my name. That's Jeff Easter. I work all the time. I'm a hard worker, and I do hit my thumb, and I do think thoughts I shouldn't think, but I try not to say them. And that's what that song is. And some people say, I can't believe you sung that. I'm like, it's the truth.
It's honest.
It's real.
No cussing, okay? Scotty Inman has a new song on Southern Gospel Radio, My God. Scotty gives us the story behind the song.
This was the first song actually written for the next album. Was in a room with Tony Wood and Barry Weeks. And Barry looked over and said, man, I have this idea for a song, and I really think that this would be good for you. And he just started singing, My God. And there was really no melody. It was just, my God, just a proclamation of our love for God.
Looking back at 2023, Southbound grabbed the #1 song of the year on the Singing News Year-End Top 40. The song at #1 for the year, Lost and Found. Clint Brown of Southbound talks about the song.
I was thinking today about the song that we released as our first single off of our brand new album. It's actually the title cut song called Lost and Found. And about a month ago, we were in Alabama, and a lady came up to me holding the hand of a little boy. She said, he's 7, and tonight he gave his heart to Jesus. And she said, I guess he's officially a member of the Lost and Found. About 20 minutes later, an elderly couple came up to the table, and this gentleman had tears streaming down his face. He said, 2 weeks ago, I gave my life to Jesus at my wife's church, and on the way home, she played the song from Southbound called The Lost and Found. And he said, my wife looked at me and said, how does it feel to be a member of the Lost and Found? You know, I've come to realize that whether you're 7 or whether you're 77, aren't you glad Jesus stepped into the lost and found and reclaimed you, gave you another chance so that you would not just live, but you would have life and life more abundantly. And everybody will be able to testify, because once you give your heart to Jesus and you become a member of the lost and found, you'll say this as well. The man that I once was is not the same man now. Everything is better. Claim me forever. A member of the lost and found.
Here's to a great 2024. I'll be here reporting on the happenings in Southern Gospel music for you. If you missed earlier episodes of Southern Gospel Now, you'll find them wherever you find podcasts, as well as at southerngospelnow.com. Our report is made possible in part by southerngospelprizes.com. Currently, you can register for the Josh Singletary Prize Pack, celebrating his new instrumental release, Grand. Registration and details at southerngospelprizes.com. I'm Greg Goodman. Thanks so much for listening. Love your neighbor, and I'll see you next week with another edition of Southern Gospel Now.